Hold on, what's up, my people? Hold on. Come on in. Hey, share the space. We're gonna get. Let me tell you something. Wait, hold on. Wake up, everyone. No more sleeping in bed. All right, hold on. Get my mic sound nice. I sound good. I'm good. I'm good. All right. So look, today is um, it's a monumental day for me. June 1st, is my granddaddy's birthday. He was the only other Gemini in my family, right? So he was like a great person though. Like for real, like he was tall. All the girls liked him. He'd get on gangster shit, right? See, the only reason why I'm from St. Louis is because of my granddaddy. The reason why my family, from what's told to me, is my family is from Arkansas, specifically the Clarendon area. I believe their last names is Bones or something like that. But um, those are our family members. The reason why we from St. Louis is because my granddaddy, he ran away from my grandmother. My grandmother and him, to my knowledge, had children, and she was causing him hell, so he left. Right, came to St. Louis, restarted his life. She followed him, brought him some more hell, you know. Now during that time, during the project, so they tried war chemical drugs um on this area in St. Louis. You could kind of like Google that if you want to. They sent a war chemical to this area, right? Drove people crazy, right? Um, so him and my granny, to my knowledge, when I was young, y'all, they never got along. I never have seen him affectionate to my granny. And they were in the same house at the time, right? So I never saw him like act like she mattered. They slept in two different rooms. So it'll be times when they live together. If we over at the house, he'll come in and be so zoned out, he'll walk right by us and go in his room and close the door. Like wouldn't acknowledge none of his grandkids' presence, and he could be that zoned out to the room and wouldn't acknowledge nobody. Then after a second, he come out the room and he like, "Hey y'all, what's up?" It's like he had to like prepare himself mentally, right? So he ended up leaving my granny house, right? He goes to live by himself back down in the projects where he know, you know what I'm saying? That's where he come from, right? So he go back there, and as we going over his house on the weekend, me and my brother down in the projects, he was so alive, like he was like happy. You know what I'm saying? He was free. He was like his whole demeanor was like a whole different person. So like in my granny house, the nigga was he wasn't himself. Like he was a black cloud. When he got by himself, he lit up and he came to life. Like it's unreal, two different people. So we started getting real close around the time when he moved. Like he always kind of draw to me because I mean it might have been because we both Geminis. He understood me and I understood him. Like people kind of looked at him as like people looked at him in ways that he wasn't like who he was. You know what I'm saying? So he always drew to me. Now I remember I was in sixth grade and they came and got me out of class. My mama had came up there crying and shit. And I'm like, what's up? We like, what's up? And I'm in sixth grade. And she said, somebody killed my granddaddy. Now, I remember hearing that phrase and shit and like, cause this was my favorite person in the family. Like this was my favorite person. So when she said it to me, my whole systems shut off. Like you know how like you can go from night to day in like a flash. Like boom. It was just at that moment I remember all the lights going off in my head. And I remember we was at my granny house and they crying and shit, everybody crying. And I'm just more blank. Cause it's like I still ain't even processed that my favorite person was taken from me. So we had funeral, we had all that, right? After the funeral is when it started setting in my mind. Now this is I'm in the sixth grade by now. It started setting in my mind. Whoever did this to him, when I get a little older, I'm gonna kill their sons. That thought stayed in my mind, y'all, like growing up in my head. Whoever did this, I'm taking them all. Cause it's like it didn't even make sense to me, right? Now at this time, you talking about a somebody in the sixth grade, but I'm already mentally broken anyway, because guess why? My mama, she was over the line abusive to me. She was more. My father recently, he said, your mama told me one time, he's so much like you, I can't stand him and I never will. And I said, damn, that's fucked up, huh? Because my old dude hurt her. So he hurt her. So she was destroyed from that. Because I think she loved him the most, right? So her having a son with me, her having a son with me, well, I'm sorry, so her having a son with him, and he's a replica of the nigga that hurt her. What do? You usually hate that motherfucker. So what my mother did, y'all, she beat me in ways that children should never even like. See, I can say this shit now and it don't mean nothing because I was numb by the time I was 10, right? She beat me in ways that no child or human should ever have seen. Like extension cord on your back, like you Jesus or something. We're gonna break the little special nigga. Cause I always had a little special thing, like let's break them. Extension cords on your back. Tie his hands and feet together. Like beat him in water. Cause this motherfucker's a little mentally tougher. The goal was to break me. She couldn't break me. Like, because she hated dudes so much, y'all, her goal was to break me. Break me, right? That was the goal. I gotta break him. But I was very resilient. I took beatings from my brothers. Like y'all don't really understand when I say hoes is evil. Hoes is evil, man. Like, I don't give a fuck. It is so many black men that got a story like mine. Like I'm in groups where people texting, "Hey, did this happen to y'all?" Yeah, but guess what? We are taught to do what? Shut your mouth. Whatever mama did was okay. Or them hoes that tell you, you be a man. You be a man means take whatever comes. Fuck is wrong with y'all? So she never really gave, like, to this day we never really got to know each other like that because my face is so much a dude, and I carry the same power. Like he had to be that nigga because it's like he got a bunch of kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like he had to be. So I think she just got hurt by him. Right. So it made me numb. So keep in mind, my family have just told me that somebody took my favorite person. Man, do y'all know the truth got brought to me that my granddaddy took himself due to the stress from my granny. So all that time I had been I was holding in smoke, right? I'm still thinking about killing a whole bunch of people for this movement right here. Come to find out, he took himself because my granny was stressing him in ways that is unimaginable, and he tried to be a daddy. He was trying to be a daddy, man. 5 kids, he was trying to be a daddy and stressed them out in ways unimaginable. so far that he couldn't. I was his boy, like so far that he couldn't even see it no more. Like it don't even make sense. So then I'm the replica of it because my shit kind of turned the same way, right? It was like it seemed like with what because I be telling y'all that our lives is like video games for real. Like you're not the first version of yourself. Like you know how y'all dorks will play some shit like what's that Mario or something? You have like men, like what y'all call it, extra men. How many men do you have? Or like well, like how many turns? You ain't the first version of yourself. None of y'all are. We're all repetitive like programs. So everything I think I think because he took himself out early and wasn't supposed to, they made a stronger version of it, but gave turned the settings up on this nigga a little more though. So it's like I'm more mentally tougher as far as like I'm not breaking on nothing. Fuck you, go to hell, right? And I'm a nigga that you gotta break. Like I'm a nigga you gotta break. I ain't never been a nigga you could tell like, no, you gotta break me. Nigga, a nigga can't tell me what he gonna do to me. You gonna have to break me. Cause I don't believe that. Break me. I always was like, break me. So I'm too mentally tough, right? So to find out that my favorite person, this bitch put that much stress on dude, and we gotta walk around and not say shit about it. See, in our families and our culture, we are taught not to say nothing, right? We are taught be quiet. So the story goes like this, and we got nigga, y'all crazy. Granddaddy, I'm not letting your name die, my boy. I know what you was. One couple years ago, I was in the car with my granny out, and we was talking about my granddaddy, and I'm smiling, right? Because this was my dog, right? And I said, "Hey, do you miss him?" She said, "No, I don't miss that nigga. He was crazy. Nigga, I ain't talked to my granny 2 years straight. I just started talking to her this year. To hear my granny say about my favorite person after you hoes done lied to me. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, you, I'm so tired of this. Let's praise these hoes for no reason. These motherfuckers do some wild shit, man. Like, y'all lied to me as a youngin', had me carrying the feelings of killing because you hoes told me someone took him because you couldn't be real with me, right? Me and you told me that so you'll never have to confess to the fact she stressed that nigga to oblivion. Cause that'll cause us to look at y'all crazy. I ain't talked to my granny 2 years straight, nigga. I stand on principle. I'm the first design out of my family that stands on this principle. So that's what that's gonna be. Nah, that's enough. Cause if you don't love him, I know you don't love me. I'm an offspring of two other motherfuckers. If you don't love this nigga and you spent that much time with him in your life and that much, shit, you crazy. What I gotta talk to you for? See, we got to get to the point where we stop kneeling to Big Mama and them. If Big Mama ain't right, fuck Big Mama. What you talking about? If your TT ain't right, fuck TT. If your mama ain't right, fuck mama. That's how you break cycles and you stop curses, man. Because my granddaddy unplugged, more curses fell on me. They turned the settings up on him, man. So they said, okay, let's mentally strip him. Let's mentally strip him, right? Mother Stone crazy. First off, put him through the ringer. Hey, lady, beat him uncontrollably. Let's see what he does. Motherfucker don't break at all. Okay, take it up a notch. Beat him, lie to him. Try to like manipulate him and pull him down. That ain't gonna work either too much, sis. You know, I'm way too tough for that. So what that becomes is a hate, like an uncontrollable thing, right? Like, so with my old dude, I never knocked the nigga, y'all. I never knocked the nigga for not being around. Cause I'm like, man, if you tripping like that, man, damn okay, so be it. Cause I wouldn't fuck no. That's a mind like These mothers and these girls in our families are the key to the destruction of our family. It's somebody listening, I don't know where, who this sounds familiar to. We just taught we can't say nothing. But our names die though. I'm not letting my granddaddy name die, man. That was a good man that tried. Can't no hoes change that, man. I 100% won't allow it, not on my watch, because now I understand more, man. So we start with Granny, my mama, then we go to the next. So these are experiences that I have with the black females in my family. I want y'all to hear this. Granny, liar, stressed out. My grandfather took my favorite person. Mama, hurt over a nigga that I don't even know. I just got all his genetics. Abused this one. That's two in a row. The third one was my first baby mama. Yes, sir. I met her when I was 16. She was 15. For about a year, y'all, me and her, well, I say about a year and a half, I say, something around that time, right? Me and her had fell in love, but you a kid, so you don't really even be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know. It just feel good. You know what I'm saying? So at 16, everything feel good, man. That shit make it feel good. So, and I'm sure at 15, everything feel good. So we both dumb and blind. We both dumb, blind, and happy doing whatever. We just being children though. But we fell in love is what we telling ourselves, right? Just dummies, man, young dummies. Her father died about a year and a half later, and this was her favorite person. Like when I tell y'all this is a video game, that's why I don't give a fuck. I just don't, man. So her father died. Listen to the story, y'all. My grandfather, her father dies. This is her favorite person in the world. He catered to her, did whatever she said, never checked her. So when your favorite person on the planet leaves, right? Just like I went dark, her eyes changed colors. Here's the sick part, right? My eyes have changed colors. Her eyes have changed colors. She was never that girl again, people. Never. Her soul was taken too. I said on stage, I said, when Battle Hollow again, I said, as a child, I was mentally broken and stole on. You niggas couldn't walk in my shoes. My soul gone. I meant that. So we both walking around black in the eyes, right? But when she changed, like when I changed, I still was able to, like being a Gemini nigga or something, I was able to go back to what I needed to be to mask it a little more. She couldn't mask it. It was like she turned into some shit that was like, it was like 10% of her in her. So it's like I only knew her for about a year. She gets pregnant, go to prom, she's pregnant. All right. But her eyes is black, my eyes is black. Now stay in line with this story, how y'all know this should be aligned up, man. Like what happened to me happened to her, but she's weaker. She's weaker. She never faced, I can face a demon and look it in the, it's dead in the eyes. What did I say when I battled past? I said, uh I said, I don't pray my enemies fail. I'm drumming mine. I said, y'all niggas run from y'all demons. I summons mine. Like I'd rather get to it. Like I'm not a nigga that can come around in a room and shit, and I know it's up, man. I'd rather let's get to it, man. Like I ain't finna be, cause holding that anxiety is just like nah. Like I some so I she just couldn't face nothing. Like so the girl she was gone. So we had a son. We have a son, and my son was born with the cord around his neck. He came out and he was blue. He was crip blue. And when I looked down at him and I knew his mama was gone, I knew that me and her we'll never be that again. And she was weaker. I looked down and saw me again. And I remember what happened to me when a bitch is upset. I was forced to stay. And the thing is, it's like, here's the hardest part with this shit, right? I chose to stay because I looked down at me again and I remembered, like, man, when one of these motherfuckers is hurt, they will do anything, man. So it had to be a balance, man. When I tell you we have nothing in common. And after she turned for the worse in a way I never seen, like a human do. So me, I'm a natural dominant nigga. At any stage you put me at that age, I wasn't nothing. I was just a little cute nigga running around fucking hoes all the time, like. But I still had a dominant aura of you're not gonna play with me like that, man. What she associates a man is doing what she say, catering to her every word, do what the fuck she say. You do those things, you're a man to her. I don't believe in that theory. One problem down. We got full throttle smoke trying to raise a child, right? But I know this one's erratic. I see the traits on her. I see the fact she'll lie to anybody, man. I'm watching her with my own two eyes. Like, after her daddy died, she turned like a motherfucker. Like, I know all you hoes lie, all right? But this one will look you blank in the face and lie and not blink her eyes and she can get off anything, which is dangerous as fuck. Because before she told the truth, she'll burn anybody around her. Like, she was a person. She is the type of person that if she commits a crime, before she own up to it, she'll burn one of her family members. She'll put the blame on somebody else, and she'll get it off because it's like the appearance of it, man. This motherfucker can say anything, and it's like it's really like the devil on another level because it's like she can get away with anything she fucking says. The imaging, anybody that knows me knows everything I said is accurate. I ain't gonna lie on it because I mean I can be exposed for some shit like that, right? But that motherfucker can tell you anything and you'll believe it. She's small, she's pretty, uh, soft spoken, uh, kind of schoolgirlish, like that kind of shit, right? Man, you will never question that dumbass shit, man. That shit, I spent more time around her than her entire family, right? I was up under her more than her own mama. I am the only nigga that knows that motherfucker is evil on a level that is uncontrollable. Cause when she walk out the door, she turns to another motherfucking human. I've been boxed in by demons, man. Like y'all don't understand. When I say I am the only person on this planet that knows she is evil. I'm the only person that knows she will lie to anybody and burn anybody. I'm the only person that knows she's vindictive. She's jealous. Like I'm because she can put her face on, bro. She can turn into something and you have to believe it. So, and then on top of that, she's successful, right? So she got money and nobody in her family never checks her. This is what I'm trapped with. I want y'all to hear this, right? So off the jump, off the way I just described that shit, I'm guilty, ain't I? No matter what, I am guilty. No matter what, he did it. The nigga did it. She has told me before, yeah, we used to have to blame that nigga. Man, I've been in a trap, but y'all don't even now hold on. Before we ain't gonna make it a bash session because she do got good traits when I was around her. At a time, she was, in my opinion, a great mama. At a time, right? At a time, I thought that, right? Um, but when I say manipulative, y'all, see, look, the reason why I'm doing this is because on the Move Around podcast, I'm gonna stop this shit, shorty, for sure. Like the lies and shit, my name going like, cause when you think about my granddaddy, they tried to change what he was. That's not what the fuck. Y'all ain't gonna change me for shit. I got my witnesses ready on the Move Around podcast. Oh, we gonna burn this bitch down for sure. Cause we gotta stop this type of shit, man. It's like this girl was able to get off anything her entire life, man. And when I ever when I started to chase music hard, right, it got even worse. She had became so bitter that she didn't have her father. She didn't want her kid to have one either. She was trying to push me out his life the entire time. And I was forcing my way in his life to save the little nigga because I know the bitch is a whack job. Imagine that for a second, y'all. She's that bitter, right? Of a girl. I'm gonna work her though, y'all. Y'all don't even know it though. She's that bitter of a human because her father died. She wanted her son father to not be there. She has been trying to push me out my son's life from the moment he got here. She wanted to do it her way. I'm fighting a demon. Me and her got nothing in common. We don't even know each other no more because we both changed, right? But I'm fighting a demon because I'm looking down at my son, y'all, and he looked like me. So me walking away from what the fuck I went through wasn't gonna happen, bitch. I die out here, fuck it, because I know for a fact he ain't equipped for it. I was equipped for that shit. From like I was broken on purpose. They put too much of that shit in me. This one is pure. He can't handle a second of it, so I had to stay. Do y'all know what it's like trying to raise a son with a human like that? And don't forget, they can always blame me at all times. Right? Do y'all know what the fuck that's like trying to raise a human like that? She's counteracting everything I'm doing, and she's keeping everything in the shadows. Right? As long as this bitch stay in the shadows, right? She can do whatever the fuck she wants. She don't like nobody to know her. Her friends don't even call her, y'all. I spent 26 years of my life knowing this girl like that. Her friends don't call her unless they taking a trip. Nobody checks her but me. So guess what? In her mind, I'm the boogeyman and the monster because everybody else praises her. Keep in mind, y'all, she's successful. She has the imaging, right? She has the home. Oh, I'm so perfect imaging, right? This is what she has. And been a monster as soon as that door closed. Because look, the way she used to vent for her pain from her father was playing with me because she knew she could. That's why I don't let a motherfucker play with me. Because with her, I ain't have a choice, y'all. If I didn't let her play with me, like little dude he's fucked. Your mama's a whack job, sir. I didn't let her play. The fact that this one played with me because she could, y'all. She fucking could. That's why I'm giving this game to the young niggas. Don't do it. Do not have no children, man. Because of this situation, because of my dick being hard, this motherfucker got to play with me. Now keep in mind, y'all, over time, we have nothing in common. Of course I'm cheating on her and shit. I'm doing what a nigga gonna do. Now look, I'm gonna tell y'all who I am and tell y'all who they are. I was cheating on her, but at 22, 23, ain't we supposed to? The fuck you mean? All y'all getting cheated on now, man. Ain't nobody keeping y'all funky asses to themselves, man. Niggas want some more pussy. All right, damn. And especially if you can get some more pussy. Damn, you gonna fuck. What's up? Okay. I cheated on her. I had 2 kids on her too. We had 2 more kids. Her power got stronger because we trapped in the house. See, this is the way niggas think, right? When you young, dumb, and eating anything, you will do anything. We don't even like each other, but we kept making children, y'all. Like we kept making children. And every time it got worse. It got because now it's like I got all the stones. I can super play with you. She's mentally fucked up, man. Doesn't listen. Like at this time, like who she is now, this some other shit too. We're gonna get to that. Didn't listen, fought everything because in her mind, a man is to kneel to her. Because she associates a man with her father. Her father was softer, than for the lack of better words. Her father was soft with her. Right? Okay, so be it. That's the only nigga on this planet that's gonna be that. because she loved him the most. She put in her mind, if I ain't that, he's the devil. On top of the fact, everybody around her praises her and kneels in her presence because they're gonna have to use her one day. I'm not telling y'all that she's a bad person. We both, in 26 years of our lives, we both have done real shit for each other. That's not a argument at all. By the time my last son got here, and he about to be 14, right? It was, of course, dead, right? So many things had changed, right? Um, I remember before I went vegan, one of the last things she said to me was like, "Cause look, for y'all in battle rap, y'all never even saw me with her. She likes to stay in the shadows because she can create her own narrative, right? I'm gonna send them to you though, shorty. Don't worry about it. It's up. You know how I play, right? So this whole time I've been fighting a uphill battle with this girl. Like she can literally get off anything, and because I kept her in a line of like a man gonna do, right? Because I was a man, it was a problem for her. So I didn't allow her to do certain things. No, what you can do is work and you can be here with your children. I got daughters with you. That's my theory with this shit. See, the black man don't ever get praised. He gets stepped on regardless because the bitch can just say whatever she want and the world gonna believe it. Not here. Let's stop this right now. Challenge it, heifer. Watch this. Move around podcast. This is the hardest shit that I have ever had to deal with because I'm like, you're playing. You're playing. I said, no, you can't move like that. I didn't let her do dumb shit, right? Hey, nah, that's out. Uh-uh. Because I know for a fact her mind ain't in the game. I know for a fact she's mentally weak. You can manipulate her until you can tell the bitch a dog is a dinosaur if you can make it seem okay for her. She don't think that well. She's naive. She's been sheltered, right? So it's halfway my fault because I kind of sheltered her. Because really, when the time when she wanted to go, all you hoes get a chance when y'all want to get wild and be a hoe and learn on your own. I stopped it because I know we got daughters, man. I stopped it. What I should have did was let her go be what the fuck she was gonna be. But I said no. We can try to build structure. The children have nothing to do with what the fuck we are. Okay, we did that, right? I have the most here. This one is the most mental weak one out of my baby mamas. Doesn't believe anything will happen in any situation, and it will. We live in St. Louis, anything can happen, right? If something go wrong, all they gonna do is blame who? They daddy. It's your fault. It's your fault. Not saying, hey, Shorty does not open her. She doesn't listen. This motherfucker dangerous, man. Like I'm telling y'all, none of you niggas could have survived this shit. None of you niggas could have survived it. Because it's like you watching a person be different when the door closed, walk outside, and you can't even, man, stop playing with me, man. Like, so at this time we got four. So it ain't even there no more now.